There's a silent conversation happening inside you every single day. It's the voice that decides who you become, what you achieve, and how far you rise. And the truth is, your subconscious mind is always listening. The words you speak about yourself become the walls or the wings of your life. So today, I want you to realize something powerful. Every I am that leaves your mouth is a command to your destiny. Your subconscious mind is your loyal servant. It doesn't question you, it just obeys. Your subconscious mind is always listening. It hears every whisper you say about yourself, even the ones you think don't matter. It doesn't judge, it doesn't argue. It doesn't analyze whether what you said was right or wrong. It simply takes your words as commands and starts to build your reality around them. Every time you say, I can't do this, your mind begins to close doors you haven't even tried to open. Every time you say, I am not good enough, your subconscious starts dimming your own light little by little. And the scariest part is you don't even notice it happening because it happens quietly in the background of your thoughts. Think about this. When you wake up in the morning and your first words are, I feel so tired, your brain receives that message and says, okay, we are tired. It releases chemicals that make you feel lazy, dull, unmotivated. Your entire body adjusts to match your words. But if you wake up and say, oh, I am ready, I am alive, I am focused, the same brain starts to send signals of energy. Your breathing changes, your posture improves, your eyes become sharper. This is not magic, it's science mixed with belief. Your subconscious mind is the engine, and your words are the keys that start it. Most people speak without realizing the power of what they're saying. They keep repeating their struggles, their fears, their pain. Life is so hard. I'm always unlucky. Nothing ever goes right for me. And with each repetition, the mind accepts these phrases as the blueprint of life. Your subconscious begins to find evidence to support them. It looks for patterns that match what you said. And soon you start attracting situations that confirm those beliefs. Not because life hates you, but because your own words are shaping your perception. Look around. The most confident people are not the ones who never failed. They are the ones who kept telling themselves, I can rise again. They built a habit of speaking power into their minds. When they fell, they didn't say, I am a failure. They said, I am learning. When they lost money, they didn't say, I am broke. They said, I am rebuilding. And because the subconscious mind obeys whatever it hears repeatedly, they eventually became what they spoke about. Words became bridges to their success. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. If you keep imagining yourself as weak, scared, and small, it accepts that image and locks it in. But if you visualize yourself as calm, confident, and capable, it starts preparing your body and emotions to match that image. Athletes use this every day. Before they step on the field, they close their eyes and say, I am the best, I am fast, I am unstoppable. Their bodies respond, muscles tighten, focus sharpens, and confidence rises. It's not superstition, it's mental programming. Now imagine applying that to your life. You're about to walk into a job interview, and instead of repeating, what if I fail? You tell yourself, I am prepared, I am capable, I am ready. Your heart slows down, your breathing steadies, and you walk in with presence. Or you're about to speak on stage, and your mind tries to whisper. You're nervous. You override it with, I am confident, I am clear, I am powerful. That single shift in language changes everything because the subconscious follows the words that dominate your mind. Think about children. When you tell a child, you're smart, you're brave, you can do this, their confidence begins to grow. They start to act in ways that match those words. The same rule applies to you, no matter your age. You may be grown, but your subconscious is still like a child. It believes everything you tell it. So if you say, I am not enough, it believes you. If you say, I am enough, it believes you. Your choice of words is the difference between a life built on fear and a life built on strength. You don't have to shout your affirmations. Even quiet words have power. Whisper, I am improving. Every day is stronger than shouting, I can't do this. The mind records the repetition, not the volume. Over time, the new belief becomes the new identity. And once your identity shifts, your habits, choices, and results start to shift too. People may wonder what changed, but the truth is, it was always your mind listening to yourself talk. Remember those moments when you made a mistake and said to yourself, I am so stupid. You didn't realize your mind was memorizing that sentence. And the next time you tried something new, it reminded you of that phrase, creating hesitation. Imagine how different your life would be if, in that same moment, you said, I am learning. Instead of fear, you would have built growth. Instead of guilt, you would have built wisdom. Because your subconscious mind will always act according to the instructions it receives most often. When you're surrounded by negativity, When things don't go your way, you have to become your own voice of power. No one else can speak into your subconscious better than you can. Say to yourself, I am calm in chaos. I am strong under pressure. I am still moving forward. Every time you speak strength, you rewrite weakness. Every time you speak hope, you erase doubt. Your subconscious listens to everything, your anger, your laughter, your silence. And it builds your emotional world from those materials. Life doesn't respond to random thoughts. It responds to consistent ones. The reason affirmations work isn't because they magically change your life overnight, but because they slowly change the way your subconscious interprets reality. The more you affirm strength, the more your mind filters the world through that strength. The more you affirm abundance, the more your eyes notice opportunities. It's like tuning a radio. Whatever frequency you speak on, your mind finds signals to match it. So guard your words carefully. Your mouth is not just for communication, it's for creation. When you say, I am healthy, you give your body permission to heal. When you say, I am capable, you open your mind to new ideas. When you say, I am valuable, you begin to act like it. The subconscious mind doesn't argue, it obeys. And every am you declare becomes a seed that your life grows from. Every I am you speak programs your identity. The words you attach to I am are not just phrases, they are instructions your mind follows without question. Every time you say, I am, you are programming your inner system, giving your subconscious a direction, shaping how you see yourself, how you act, and even how the world responds to you. Most people think words are harmless, but words are seeds. And the words that follow I am are the most powerful seeds you will ever plant in your mind. Think about how a phone follows commands. You tap something and it opens. You tell it to play music and it plays. Your subconscious mind works the same way. Every am is a command that triggers a mental process. When you say, I am lazy, your brain doesn't argue, it accepts it and creates feelings, habits, and thoughts that support laziness. When you say, I am confident, your brain begins to search for evidence that you are. It changes your tone, your posture, your energy. It becomes your truth. You literally become what you keep saying after I am. In daily life, we see this pattern everywhere. Someone says, I am always unlucky. And sure enough, luck seems to slip away every time. Someone else says, I am not smart enough, and their mind shuts down possibilities before they even try. The subconscious doesn't know the difference between truth and lie. It only knows repetition. The more you repeat it, the deeper it goes. Say, I am shy long enough, and you'll start avoiding people. Say, I am bold long enough, and you'll begin stepping into rooms with quiet confidence. There's a reason why confident people seem unstoppable. It's not because they never fail. It's because they've built an inner identity that says, I am capable. Even when things fall apart, that identity holds them together. They fall, but their I am pulls them back up. They lose, but their I am reminds them they're not done yet. And on the other side, there are people who could have the same talent, same opportunity, same intelligence, but their I am is working against them. They keep saying, I am not ready. And the mind obeys. They say, I am scared. And the body reacts with fear. You can't rise higher than your identity. You can't outperform what you believe about yourself. And your beliefs are built through repetition. What you keep saying about yourself becomes what you start expecting from yourself. That's why when you change your language, you change your identity. When you begin to say, I am improving, you shift from being a victim of circumstance to a builder of growth. When you say, I am focused, distractions lose power. When you say, I am deserving, your energy aligns with opportunities. Instead of fear, think about how we talk in moments of frustration. You spill your coffee and say, I am so stupid. You forget something and say, I am useless. It feels small, but your subconscious listens. It doesn't know you're joking. It takes those words as truth and stores them like data. Then the next time you face something challenging, that old program activates and whispers, remember, you're not good enough. And just like that, your words become walls. You built them unknowingly, one I am at a time, but it can go the other way too. Imagine someone who used to be insecure. Every day they look in the mirror and say, I am becoming confident. At first it feels like a lie. Their voice shakes, their body doubts it, but they keep saying it day after day, week after week. Slowly the subconscious starts to accept it as normal. Their tone changes, their decisions change, their walk changes. And one day they realize they became what they said they were becoming. That's not luck. That's programming. Your identity is not built in a single moment. It's built in layers. Each I am adds another layer. Say, I am disciplined enough times, and one morning you wake up before the alarm because your identity has shifted. Say, I am creative enough times, and suddenly Ideas start flowing where there used to be silence. It's not about pretending, it's about planting. And what you plant, you eventually become. Even in difficult times, your I am can decide whether you break or grow. Someone loses a job and says, I am finished. Their mind closes. Another person loses a job and says, I am ready for a new chapter. Their mind opens. One statement shuts down potential, the other activates it. Life responds differently because the identity behind those words is different. Your am either limits you or liberates you. In relationships, in career, in personal growth, everything returns to how you define yourself. If you say, I am always giving but never appreciated, your subconscious will keep leading you into situations where you feel unappreciated. But if you say, I am valuable and I attract respect, your energy changes. People start to treat you the way you see yourself. They respond to the vibration of your self-image. This is why self-talk is sacred. Every time you open your mouth, you're either reinforcing weakness or building strength. Most people don't need more motivation. They need new words. The language you use determines the limits you live within. You can't keep saying, I am tired and expect energy. You can't keep saying, I am broke and expect abundance. Your I am is the steering wheel of your life. Wherever you point it, your subconscious will drive you there. So if you want to change your reality, you must begin by changing what you declare about yourself. The moment you say, I am becoming stronger, your mind begins adjusting. It looks for reasons to prove that statement true. It changes your emotions, your posture, your tone, your confidence. Your I am is not just a sentence. It's a declaration of identity, a statement of creation, a code that rewires the deepest part of you. And the most powerful part is you can rewrite it at any moment. No matter what your past has been, no matter how many times you've said the wrong things about yourself, you can begin again right now with a new set of words. Your mind doesn't care about your history. It only obeys your present commands. So the next time you speak, remember, every I am you say is shaping who you're becoming one word at a time. Affirmations are mental training. Most people think affirmations are just feel good words or wishful thinking, but they are actually a workout for the mind. Just like your muscles grow when you lift weights, your thoughts grow stronger when you repeat powerful affirmations. It's not about magic, it's about wiring your brain to think differently. Every time you affirm something, you're training your subconscious to respond in a new way. If you tell yourself, I am confident, every morning you are not lying to yourself. You are teaching your mind to believe it, to act on it, to live it. The human brain is like clay. It takes shape according to the hands that mold it. And the most powerful hands are your thoughts. When you repeat an affirmation, you are pressing a new shape into your brain. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens with consistency. Think about an athlete. They don't lift a dumbbell once and expect muscles to grow. They train daily, pushing past resistance. Affirmations work the same way. Every I am strong builds a mental muscle. Every I am focused strengthens discipline. Every I'm worthy teaches your subconscious that you deserve the best. The mind is a battlefield, and the greatest battles are fought in silence inside your head. Every negative thought you've ever believed has trained your mind in the wrong direction. I can't do this. I'm not good enough. Things never work out for me. Those phrases are also affirmations, just destructive ones. They build doubt, fear, and hesitation. So when you start using positive affirmations, you're retraining your brain to unlearn years of limitation. At first, it feels strange because your mind resists change. It says, no, that's not true. But with repetition, the new message begins to override the old one. Imagine a person learning to drive. The first time they sit behind the wheel, their hands shake. Their foot is unsure. Their movements are clumsy. But after enough repetition, they don't even have to think about it anymore. It becomes automatic. Affirmations do the same for your thinking. They turn intentional beliefs into automatic ones. When you've practiced saying, I am calm long enough, stress comes and your mind responds with peace instead of panic. When you've trained with, I am successful, failure no longer breaks you, it redirects you. Your thoughts become automatic reactions built on the mental training you've done. Look at people who seem naturally confident. They weren't born that way. They trained their minds through consistent self-talk. Every time they faced doubt, they said, I can handle this. Every time they made a mistake, they said, I'll learn and move forward. That repetition carved new patterns in their brain. And over time, those patterns became identity. What once felt forced became natural. That's what affirmations do. They move from being a practice to becoming your personality. Daily life is filled with opportunities to train your mind. When your alarm rings and your first thought is, I'm tired, you have a choice. You can train weakness or strength. Instead, if you say, I am energized, I am ready, your body responds, your mind begins to shift. When you face criticism, you can say, I am growing through this. When you feel fear, you can affirm, I am courageous. This isn't pretending everything is perfect. It's teaching your subconscious to respond differently. It's training it to find power in every situation. Think about how we train the body. No one questions the process. You eat healthy, you work out, and slowly you transform. The same rules apply to your mind. Affirmations are mental nutrition. What you feed your mind daily becomes your reality. If you feed it negativity, insecurity, and doubt, that's what it will build. But if you feed it belief, gratitude, and confidence, it will reflect those qualities in every area of your life. In the beginning, affirmations might feel uncomfortable. Your mind might say, this isn't me. That's because you're breaking old mental habits. But remember, when you first start exercising, your muscles hurt too. Pain doesn't mean it's not working. It means growth has begun. With time, your mind adapts, your emotions stabilize, and your energy shifts. One day you look back and realize that the affirmations you used to say are now simply who you are. You might see people who've transformed their lives and think they got lucky. But if you look deeper, you'll find they trained their minds long before their success appeared. They repeated phrases like, I am capable, who I am ready, who I am worthy, until their subconscious had no choice but to believe it. And once your subconscious believes something, it will find ways to make it real. You'll start noticing opportunities you used to ignore, people who align with your energy, and chances that match your mindset. Affirmations also build emotional control. When chaos hits, most people panic because their mind is untrained. But someone who has practiced saying, I am calm, I am in control, responds differently. Their emotions obey their words. That's mental strength. It's not pretending problems don't exist. It's knowing that no matter what happens, your mind is trained to stay grounded. Consider this simple example. 2 students fail a test. One says, I'm stupid. And the other says, I'm improving. One plants failure in his subconscious, the other plants growth. Months later, one gives up and the other succeeds. The difference wasn't talent, it was training. One built weakness, the other built resilience. And all of it started with words. Affirmations are also mirrors. They show you who you could be before you become it. When you say, I'm disciplined, even if you're not yet, your mind begins to search for proof. It adjusts your behavior to match that identity. You start showing up differently, making choices that align with that statement. This is why affirmations work. They don't just make you think better, they make you act better. Every person who wants to grow must train their mind like an athlete trains their body. Affirmations are not about faking confidence, they are about creating it. They build internal strength, one repetition at a time. Every word you repeat becomes a thought, every thought becomes an action, every action becomes a pattern, and every pattern becomes who you are. So when you speak affirmations, you are not hoping, you are building. You are constructing a stronger version of yourself. Brick by brick, thought by thought, repetition by repetition. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you believe you are. This is one of the most powerful truths about life that most people never fully understand. Wanting something is easy. Anyone can say, I want success, I want love, I want happiness. But the universe, life, or even your own mind doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you truly believe you deserve, what you deeply feel you are capable of having. Your outer world is simply a mirror reflecting your inner world. You don't get what you chase, you get what you embody. Think about it like this: a magnet doesn't attract what it wishes for. It attracts what matches its frequency. Your thoughts and beliefs work the same way. If you believe deep down that you're not worthy of good things, you'll unconsciously push them away. Opportunities will appear, but you'll second guess them. People will see potential in you, but you'll doubt it. Your life will keep matching the image you hold inside. The mind is powerful. It bends reality to fit your self-image. You might say, I want to be rich. But if deep inside you believe money is hard to earn, or that you're not the type of person who becomes wealthy, you'll never attract it. You'll find yourself making choices that keep you struggling because your subconscious always acts in alignment with who you think you are. On the other hand, if you believe, I am valuable, I am capable, I am deserving of abundance, your actions, energy, and focus begin to shift automatically. You start behaving like someone who deserves more, and life begins to respond. Look at people who constantly talk about their bad luck. They say, nothing good ever happens to me. And somehow it keeps happening, not because the world hates them, but because they've built an identity that expects failure. They don't notice the chances around them because they're too busy living through the filter of their belief. Then there are others who carry an unshakable belief in themselves. Even when things go wrong, they say, "This is temporary. I can handle it." And sure enough, they bounce back faster, find solutions quicker, and attract better outcomes. Belief changes perception, and perception changes everything. Think about relationships. If you believe, "I am not lovable," you'll attract people who confirm that belief. Maybe they'll ignore you, take you for granted, or leave you feeling unseen. But if you start to believe, "I am worthy of respect, love, kindness," you'll stop tolerating what doesn't match that belief. Your energy changes, and suddenly the wrong people lose interest while the right ones start appearing. Because you stopped chasing what you want and started becoming what you deserve. The same thing happens in success. A person who believes, I'm a leader, doesn't wait for permission to lead. They act like one, they show initiative, take responsibility, and people naturally follow. Another person might want leadership, but if they secretly believe, "I'm not good enough," they'll hesitate, stay quiet, and watch opportunities pass by. The world doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your self-image. That's why people who believe they can do, and people who doubt themselves don't. Imagine a person standing in front of a mirror saying, "I want to see a smile." The mirror won't smile back first. You have to smile first, and then the reflection follows. Life works the same way. You don't attract happiness by waiting for it. You attract it by becoming it. When you believe, "I am joyful," you start noticing things to be grateful for. Your energy rises, and people feel that warmth around you. And because people love being around positive energy, your world begins to shift toward joy. This truth shows up even in small moments. You walk into a room of strangers. If you believe, "I am awkward," you'll shrink, avoid eye contact, and confirm your own belief. But if you believe, "I am confident and open," your body language changes, shoulders back, smile on your face, and suddenly people respond to you differently. The room didn't change, you did. The energy you carry dictates how the world reacts to you. Your beliefs are like an invisible frequency that broadcasts constantly. They send signals to the world saying, "This is who I am," and the world responds accordingly. That's why two people can live in the same city, face similar circumstances, yet one thrives while the other struggles. It's not luck, it's alignment. One believes they are worthy of good things, so they see opportunities everywhere. The other believes life is against them, so they only see obstacles. Both are right because both are living the reflection of their belief. You can want success all day long, but until you believe you are successful in your mindset, habits, and self-worth, it will stay out of reach. That's why people who win the lottery often lose it all. They never built the belief system to sustain wealth. The outer change happened, but the inner self stayed the same. Real attraction begins when your identity shifts to match you desire. You can't attract wealth with a poor mindset. You can't attract love with self-hate. You can't attract peace with inner chaos. This is why self-belief is more powerful than goals. Goals focus on what you want. Belief focuses on who you are becoming. If you focus only on what you want, you're chasing something outside yourself. But when you change who you are inside, you naturally attract everything that matches that new identity. It's not about pretending to be something you're not. It's about remembering who you can be and training your mind to see it as truth. In daily life, you can see this transformation in small, ordinary ways. Someone decides to start saying, "I am disciplined." At first, it feels false, but they keep saying it. They wake up a little earlier, make small choices that align with that belief, and soon they become it. Another person says, "I am confident." They start dressing better, speaking with more clarity, taking small risks. Eventually, people start describing them as confident. Their reality began shifting the moment their belief changed. Your subconscious mind is always aligning your reality with your self-image. If you believe you're average, life will keep you there. If you believe you're extraordinary, life will begin showing you reasons why you are. Everything starts with belief. You can't escape the truth that you will always attract experiences that confirm who you think you are. So instead of asking, "Why can't I have what I want?" start asking, "Who must I become to attract it?" Because what you believe about yourself becomes the magnet for the life you live. Every word you speak is a seed. Every sentence you repeat is a foundation being built in the unseen world. Most people don't understand that the language they use is programming their destiny. When you say, "I can't," your mind shuts the door of possibility. When you say, "I am capable," it opens 1,000 new paths. The words you choose every single day are quietly shaping the person you become. So if you want to change your life, start by changing your language. Think about it. How many times do you wake up and the first thing you say is, "I'm tired, I don't feel like it," or "Today is going to be hard." And then like a script, Your day unfolds exactly that way because your subconscious mind doesn't question you. It obeys you. It hears the command and it says, I as master. You told it that you're tired, so it lowers your energy. You told it that the day is hard, so it creates resistance. But if you begin your morning with, I am strong, I am ready, I am prepared for greatness, your mind aligns your emotions, your focus, and your behavior to make that true. Your words are not harmless, they are architects. Imagine your language as the blueprint for the house you live in. If your blueprint is weak, filled with self-doubt, fear, and excuses, don't expect your house to stand tall. But if your language is filled with conviction, purpose, and vision, your life will rise to match it. People say, it's just words. No, it's never just words. It's identity, it's energy, it's the vibration that tells your mind and your environment who you are. Look around you. The most confident people, the most successful, the most peaceful, they all speak differently. They speak life into their situations, not death. When others say, this is impossible, they say, there's always a way. When others say, I'm unlucky, they say, I'm learning. When others say, I'm broken, they say, I'm becoming whole. This difference in language is what separates mediocrity from mastery. Every time you say, I am, you are placing an order to the universe, and your mind gets to work fulfilling it. So be careful what follows your I am. Say, I am poor. And your mind will limit your financial imagination. Say, I am unlucky. And it will block opportunities that are right in front of you. But say, I am becoming wealthy, I am learning, I am disciplined, and suddenly your brain starts seeking proof of those affirmations. It begins noticing chances to grow, connections that can help you, and ideas that can change everything. Think about how this works in your daily life. Someone at work says, you're not good enough for that position. And you repeat that story in your head. Suddenly, your posture changes, your tone softens, your energy drops. But if in that moment, you respond silently, I am incapable, who I am ready, everything shifts, your energy rises, your focus sharpens, your subconscious mind stops looking for reasons to fail and starts looking for ways to win. We all know someone who constantly complains, I never get a break, nothing ever goes right for me. People always disappoint me. Notice how their life seems to prove their words right again and again. That's not fate, it's programming. They're speaking limitation, and their mind is building walls around their potential. Now think about someone who always says, things are working out, I'm getting better, I'm attracting good energy. Even in chaos, they find solutions because their words have trained their mind to see light in the dark. This is not magic, it's mental law. The subconscious mind doesn't argue with you. It accepts what you feed it, and then it creates the environment to support it. If you keep saying, I can't focus, your brain will make focusing harder. If you say, I'm learning to focus deeply, it begins to build that ability. It's like a loyal assistant that doesn't judge, doesn't question, it just executes. So when you wake up, listen to your language. When you speak about your goals, your relationships, your dreams, listen. Are your words lifting you or lowering you? Are they empowering you or limiting you? Language is not just a tool for communication, it's a tool for creation. When you say, I'm waiting for a better day, your mind relaxes. But when you say, I'm building a better day, your mind activates. That single shift changes everything. There's a powerful transformation that happens when you stop describing your life as it is and start declaring it as you want it to be. Instead of saying, stuck, say I'm in transition. Instead of saying, I'm struggling, say, I'm growing. Instead of saying, I'm losing, say, I'm learning. These aren't lies, they're directions. You're telling your mind which road to walk. Many people speak their fears more than their faith in themselves. They keep repeating their pain instead of their progress. They keep giving power to what's wrong instead of what's possible. But you can reverse that. You can rewire your reality by changing your vocabulary. When you start saying, I am enough, I am deserving, I am moving forward, you reprogram the way your subconscious interprets your life. It starts to expect success, and expectation is the seed of manifestation. So every time you open your mouth, remember, you're not just speaking, you're creating. Your words are not echoes, they're commands. When you change your language, your energy changes. When your energy changes, your actions follow. And when your actions follow, your life begins to rise quietly, powerfully, and permanently to match the new story you've chosen to tell. You have to understand something deep within yourself, something most people never realize until it's too late. Your words are not just noise, they are blueprints of your destiny. Every thought you repeat, every phrase you whisper, Every declaration that begins with I am is building the world you're living in right now. So if you ever wonder why your life feels heavy, chaotic, or stuck, look at the language you've been using. Have you been calling yourself broken, unlucky, tired, or lost? Because your mind has been faithfully turning those words into reality, one thought at a time. The power of your tongue is the power to rise or to fall. The difference between a person who lives with vision and a person who lives with regret isn't talent, it is an opportunity, it's language. One says, I am done. The other says, I am just getting started. One says, I'm not enough. The other says, I am more than capable. And the universe, like a mirror, reflects it all back. The truth is, the most powerful sentence in your life begins with, I am. Every single moment, you are either programming your mind for success or for limitation. Your subconscious listens to your words like commands. When you say, I can't, it builds walls. When you say, I will, it builds doors. So you must choose your words with the same care as a sculptor shaping marble, because you are sculpting your future with every phrase you speak. And this isn't about pretending, it's about perspective. It's about taking control of the story you tell yourself every morning when you look in the mirror. If you tell yourself you're exhausted, your energy drops. If you tell yourself you're rising, your spirit lifts. If you tell yourself you're done, your motivation dies. But when you say, I am growing, I am becoming, I am capable, your heart, your mind, and your actions align with that vision. The world doesn't reward wishers, it rewards believers. And belief begins in language. Belief starts with words that carry conviction. Say it even when it feels impossible. Say it even when your voice shakes, because your words today are planting the seeds of your tomorrow. When you speak light into your darkness begins to fade. When you declare strength in your weakness, your strength begins to grow. You might be tired, you might be facing rejection, failure, or pain. But remember, your words can turn pain into power. Say, I am healing, and you'll start to move differently. Say, I am learning, and every setback becomes a lesson. Say, I am unstoppable, and suddenly the things that once broke you become the things that build you. People will doubt you. Life will test you. The world will throw storms at you. But never let the noise outside be louder than the voice inside. Remind yourself, I am built for this, who I am chosen for this, who I am the author of my story, because no matter how hard it gets, your words are your anchor. Your words are your compass. Your words are your weapon against every fear trying to silence you. Listen carefully. When you speak about your future, don't speak from where you are. Speak from where you're going. Stop describing your struggle. Start declaring your strength. Stop repeating the pain. Start repeating the power within you. Your I am should not describe your circumstances. It should describe your conviction. Because the more you repeat it, the more your subconscious begins to believe it, and the more your life begins to reflect it. Remember, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And what you are is defined by the words you say about yourself when no one is listening. When the world is silent. When the night feels long, when failure whispers in your ear, that's when your affirmations matter the most. That's when you look up and say, I am still here. I am still fighting. I am still becoming. Because resilience doesn't come from comfort. It comes from the words that keep your spirit alive in the darkness. Think about the giants of history, the dreamers who changed the world. They all spoke before they saw. They declared what they believed long before it became visible. They didn't wait for evidence. They spoke it into existence. That's what separates those who wish from those who win. They understand that language is a force, a creative energy that bends reality around conviction. And that's exactly what you must do. Look at your life not as it is, but as it could be, and speak it until it becomes real. When you wake up in the morning, don't just scroll, don't just complain, speak. Say, I am thankful, or I am disciplined, I am ready. Before you sleep, don't just think of what went wrong. Remind yourself what's going right. Say, I am learning, I am evolving, I am moving closer to my purpose. Because your nights echo into your mornings, and your mornings shape your days. You are not powerless. You are not small. You are not random. You are a masterpiece under construction, and your words are the tools building that masterpiece. Stop using them carelessly. Stop speaking failure into your future. Every time you say, I am, you are writing the next line of your life story. Make it a story worth remembering. Make it a story that inspires others to believe in their own voice. So say it now. Say it like you mean it. I am enough. I am strong. I am capable. I am becoming everything I was meant to be. Feel it in your chest. Let it rise in your soul, because that energy will echo beyond this moment. It will transform how you think, how you act, how you hive. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize it was never luck, never chance. It was the power of your words shaping your destiny from the inside out. Your life moves in the direction of your declarations. Your words are not reflections. They are instructions. Speak them wisely. Speak them with courage. Speak them with fire. Because your I am is not just a phrase. It's the key that unlocks everything you've ever dreamed of becoming.